Valley civilization. So we learned in the last class. Now I will go to directly to the topic of today is Vedic culture. This is also learned in the last period. So once again repeat about this topic. Veda means knowledge. There were 4 Vedas: Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Samaveda and Atharva Veda. These are all 4 Vedas. Among these 4, Rig Veda is an ancient Veda. The people of this Veda live different compared to Indus Valley civilization. So we learn about this Vedic condition like a social system and political system. This one we learned in the last period. Children, now I will go to direct topic of today. Vedic period, social system, economic system, religious system and political system. There are 4 Vedas: Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharva Veda. Yes. So, in this Rigvedic period, so there were 4 systems or mentioned in our text: social system, economic system, political system and religious system. So in the last class, we discussed with you about social system and political system. So there are 2 topics for remind that were I will taken and discuss with you. So directly go to the topic of economic system in the Vedic time. You know children, in this time, people are involved in the animal husbandry. People's economy, it is based on rearing of animal. The wealth of these people depends on animal rearing, like cow, horses, then camel and sheep. Other animals are regularly reared with them for wealth. Nextly, these people also engage the agriculture. Then this agriculture declare as a profession of the people. And next children, the people are rearing the animals for the purpose of tilling, lifting of water from well, expansion of agriculture and pull the carts. For this purpose, animals were reared by the people of Rigvedic time. And nextly, these people didn't know about iron metals, and the people very familiar with the use of the alloy called brass. That brass is also known as yes, and the people didn't know about pottery industries, but they were very familiar with the other industries like articrafts business, like carpentry, weaving, and other industries are very familiar with them. But pot making, that industry not mentioned in any way. So the people are basically engaged in these activities. Instead, these two another important occupations they were engaged, occupied, called agriculture. See, the cultivable land is known as kshetra. Cultivated activities are known as krishi. The people are engaged in this cultivation or krishi. This is the another important occupations of the ancient time. Also, irrigated land where the water is available for agriculture, that irrigated land could be called as aligrama in the Rigvedic time. And children, the special activity of agriculture is mentioned in our text, that is lifting of water. See, the people of this time use stone pulley with wood cups to lift the water from the well. Basically, oxen were used for the lifting of water from the well, and also for fluffing activity the oxen were used. And children, basically that stone pulley and wood cups were used to lifting water from the well. Next, that water flowed through the broadened canals. That canals brought the water directly to the agricultural field. So, ancient time peoples engaged agricultural activities on the bank of the river. When this activity commences, that means lifting of water from the well with the use of stone pulley with wood cups. Agriculture activity also engaged another place than the bank of the river. So, agriculture is engaged far away from the bank of the river. And children, these people basically grew the important crop, barley. That barley is also called yawa. The popular name of that barley is a yawa. So, like this, agriculture, animal husbandry, and industries, the main occupations of the ancient time people of Rigveda. Right. So this is a economic system. Nextly, rituals in the ancient time. Yaga are the epicenter for religious activities, and animal sacrifice is a common in Yaga. So many animals were sacrificed in the time of Yaga. So which type of animal not mentioned in your text? So why the people conduct this Yaga? There are two reasons. One, to get rain and harvest. One purpose. And another purpose is to getting the help from the God to defeat the enemies of our audience. For these two reasons, Yagas were conducted in the Rigvedic time. And children, the person who conduct this Yaga, that person called as Hatul. That priest or a conductor of Yaga assembled and chanting of slokas with consuming of Soma Rasa is a common in this Yaga step, Yaga and Yagna step in the ancient time of Rigveda. Children. And nextly, the people of this Rigveda, they were very familiar with the god of fire. Fire god is an important god for them. There were 200 slokas were wrote for the god of Agni or fire. And also nextly, they wrote 250 slokas for the god of Indra. That Indra bring the rain and also help to defeat the enemies of Aryans. The two enemies of the Aryans are Dasa and Dasyus. There were two enemies of Aryans. And nextly, Rudra is another name of a god. That Rudra came to be next known as Shiva. So Shiva, Indra, Agni, the three important gods were worshipped by the Rigvedic people. But idol worship is not seen in the Rigvedic people. So the people of this time, they will worship the gods like Indra, Agni and Shiva. These are all basic gods for them. And also children, there were many slokas were wrote for birth and death. That slokas were chanting by the priests. And also there were common similarities in the language, religion, name of the people of Rome and India or Indo-Iran. So Rome, not Rome, Indo-Iran. That similarities is known as Avesta. Right? So basically, Yaga Yagnas, it common in the period of the Rigveda. So these are system of Rigvedic type. Veda. Okay, children. In the last class, we are learned about Rigvedic time. So there were three Vedas earlier: Yajur Veda, Sama Veda, and Atharva Veda. Yajur Veda, Sama Veda, Atharva Veda. So after Rigveda, Samaveda and Yajurveda, Atharva Veda are four here. Samaveda, this Veda based on slokas, and Yajurveda, it can be part into two, black and white. Block Yajurveda, which contain slokas with explanation, commentary, and summary, all are containing with slokas in white Rigveda. But in black Rigveda, no explanation about slokas. Slokas are only explained, not explained. So this is the Yajurveda. Atharva Veda, the last Veda. Atharva Veda is a old Veda, like Rigveda. Atharva Veda is an ancient Veda, like Rigveda. Atharva Veda, it explained about language of Brahmins, and this Atharva Veda, this explained about ancient, is an ancient Veda. Atharva Veda is an ancient Veda like Rigveda. This Atharva Veda explained about Brahmins language, and also this Atharva Veda explained the form of prose form. It's not a poems form, it wrote on a prose. And nextly, this Atharva Veda is also explained the geographical expansion of Aryans. Aryans people are migrated from the west to the east to the bank of the Ganga river. So like the Atharva Veda, it explained that people of Aryans are migrated from the Sindhu Valley to Ganga river. So like is the oldest Veda, like Rigveda. So now we will go and discuss with you about this post-Rigvedic time social system. Economic system, next political system, next religious system, so we learn about this post-Rigvedic time. Vaishya, Shudra. These are four varnas: Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. These are played very important role in society. Brahmana, according to Purusha Sukta, Brahmana is born from mouth of the god. Kshatriya, he can born from a shoulder, and Vaishya, he born from a legs. And next Shudra, he born from foot of the god. So Brahmana, in this time, he played a very important role. He is the responsible for conducting yaga and yagnas, which he can demand for taking gifts like land, cow, money, and other. So for the conducting of yaga and yagnas, he demand to fulfill the gift. If there is no giving the gifts, he shouldn't conduct any yaga and yagnas. Later he exploit the society also. Nextly, Kshatriya, Rajasya or Rajan. This person originated by family with irrespective in hierarchy. So he is played notable role. He have responsible for protecting the people, and he appoint soldiers with the training given them for archery, horse riding, carts riding, and other. So he also played a notable role in the society. These two varnas are very important role played in the society. Nextly, Vaishyas. This name are hearing here and there. These people also exploited by these two varnas. These Vaishyas neither be conducted yaga nor participated in yagas, not given compulsory. Rights are not given them. All the rights, all the status in the society are in the hand of these two varnas, like Brahmana, Kshatriya. The last varna is a Shudra. Shudras are low class people like Dasa, Dasyus, Chandala, and other people are called Shudra. These people are thrown out and killed sometimes. No, the rights were not given them. These people are not rights to participate in yagas and yagnas. All the physical labor activity is given to these Shudras. This Shudra basically slaves for these three varnas: Vaishya, Kshatriya, could be declared as the caste system, casteism. So this is the social condition in the post-Rigvedic time. Nextly, children, in this time, women's condition in patriotic, not good. Women are not participated in any ceremonial occasions. She is not participated in learning. So, dowry, it is demanded by the people. It mentioned in Atharva Veda. Nextly, no practice of child marriage. And polygamy is a common in the higher class people. And widows or remarriage, given opportunity for remarriage. So, like the women's condition is not a good in the post-Vedic time. Right. Nextly, in economic conditions, when we come here, basically, according to Atharva Veda, people of Orients, they are migrated from the Sutlej, means here to Ganga river. Why they came to this place? Because for drain of the river Sutlej and Yamuna, drain of the river Sutlej and the Yamuna. For that reason, they migrated to river Ganga. This way. When they are migrated to the Ganga river, basically they are destroyed the forest with the fire. Nextly, they are make clear the land, that make for suitable of cultivation, and they are engaged cultivable activities in the Ganga plain. So, the people engage agricultural activities in basically. Nextly, oxen. They were used for cultivation purpose. Atharva Veda mentioned this point. There were 7 or 8 axes were used for ploughing activities. So, oxen is compulsory used for cultivable activity. All the society people engage in agricultural activity. If no one person involved in agricultural activity, that person declared as a outer. The person must consume eating of roots growing by the use of oxen. This is main intention of the people of the post-Rigveda. Children, in this time, people all didn't know about using of silver, but they will use gold, iron, brass, lead and other metals. They were used compulsory. No mention about iron mining in the ancient period. And also East Asian people, they were very well known about iron converted into steel, and it is transferred to the West Asian countries. So iron objects were found out in the place of Atranjikira of Uttar Pradesh. It is an ancient place and it is notable for using iron objects. Like that, people of this important occupational jobs. Right. Nextly, we will come and discuss with you about political system of this post Rigveda. See children, post Rigveda, it's a given chance for origination of important kingdoms like Kuru, Kosala, Videha, then Anga, Vanga, Kalinga, and other dynasties were originated. Basically, Kuru dynasty, it is a notable tribe in Kurukshetra of Haryana state. It is a notable dynasty originated in our country. Nextly, Kosala and Videha, the two dynasties are originated in the northeast of Uttar Pradesh and North Bihar, and also Vanga, the dynasty also ruling the North Bihar with Magadha. It's another dynasty, Magadha. It is ruling the central of Bihar and also North Ganga Maidan. So, these main dynasties Kuru, Kosala, Videha, Anga, Vanga, Kalinga, and so on. See children, basically the king Rajasya is played notable role. He is responsible for protecting the people. Once who rule all, he is God in the human form. That is the main thing of these people. He is a representative of God and he is a protector of the people. He is likely to be a God. So this is the main intention of these people of the Rigveda. So given all respect to the king because he is leader. Due to that reason, king considered important and he is appointed soldiers to give training them archery, horse riding and carts riding and etc. All the trainings were provided to people so they can rule in the place. So this is a political condition or political system of the first Rigveda. And finally, religious conditions. See, there are two gods mentioned here, Vishnu and Rudra. Commonly, Rigvedic period gods commonly worshipped here. Especially Rudra and Vishnu are two gods were mentioned here. For that purpose, worshipping of these two gods, people are conducting yaga and yagnas. Ashwamedha Yaga and Rajasuya Yaga. The two yagas and yagnas are mentioned here for the worshipping of God like Vishnu, Rudra, Indra, then Agni. All the gods are commonly worshipped. For slokas of chanting between the God and the people through the praises. And here special concept were developed. Birth and death or rebirth. So they can rebirth once again. The concept developed in the mind of these people that could be spread to the society. So religious concept of this post is the lesson of Vedic culture.